Hey you guys, it's your girl Gab, and as you can see from the title, I am doing this quick and easy skeleton look. So first, I'm starting off by applying this Smashbox Blur Smooth and Blur Primer. It's one of my second faves I like to go to. I usually use the Primerizer by Smashbox, but I decided to use the Smooth and Blur just to give my skin a more smoother texture and also blur out some of those pores that I have. So I'm going ahead and just applying this all over my face here. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I think I'm looking for something. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh no, I'm going ahead and using this Lancome foundation that I had. I just went ahead and put some on the back of my hand. So now I'm going ahead and kind of using the back of my hand and my finger to just apply this on. So now I'm going in with my favorite technique to blend in my foundation, which is a damp beauty blender. This one is by Real Technique. So I'm going ahead and blending that all over. Next, I'm going in and using my LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Fawn. You can use any concealer that you like, of course, any foundation, but I really like the LA Girl Pro concealer. It really blends in really nicely and gives me a nice highlight all over like I like. So I'm going ahead and just putting it in my regular highlighted areas, my under my eyes, Cupid's bow, nose, forehead, chin. You guys know the regular. So now I'm going ahead and getting my Real Technique Beauty Blender again, which is still damp, and I'm going in to just blend out all of that. Next, I'm using one of my other favorite setting powders, which is Airspun. You can find this at your local, like Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, and I think Target now. So I'm going ahead and setting that all in those areas that I highlighted, making sure everything's all good. I'm not gonna set or bake or anything. I'm literally dusting this off right away. As you can see, I just wanted to set everything in. Just a heads up, you guys, this is a quick, you know, Halloween look, so it's not gonna be the neatest. I didn't want it to be. So now I'm going in for eyeshadow. So I'm using the Tarte, I can't remember the name of the palette, but I'll put it down below. So I'm using that light kind of brownie shade in my crease here. Next, I'm going in with the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil by Urban Decay in the color Zero. Zero is just the black shade in the pencil. I'm going ahead and just putting this all over my lid to just give it more of a smoky effect. And then I'm going to go in and blend it out really nicely with my eyeshadow brush. And then I'm going to go back in a little bit more just to make sure everything is evenly applied all over the lid there. Hey, now I'm about to jam it out. Hey, get it, girl. Get it, girl. Hey, hey. And then I'm going to hit the whoa. So I just having a little jamming session, guys. Hey. So next, I'm going back into my Tarte palette here. So I'm using a darker brown shade, and I'm just putting that into the crease area just to give it a little bit more definition and just making sure everything is smoked out really nicely. And then from here, I'm going to go into my James Charles palette. I haven't used this palette in a minute, but I decided to go ahead and use it for this. So I'm using the dark black shade there, and I'm going ahead and apply that on top of the black pencil that I put on my lid just to set it in and add a little bit more pop to it so it can stand out really nicely. Trying to stay up on my iPhone so much. I love you. That was just a typo. Hey. So now I'm going into that rusty brown orange shade in the James Charles palette. I'm going to take that shade and blend it into my crease, but also on the outer V of my eye and going inward, just to make sure my transition shade is a little bit more popping and a little bit more defined. Okay, so now as you can see, both eyes are completed. I went ahead and did my other eye off camera. So now what I'm doing, I'm just bringing everything that I did on top to the bottom and just giving my eye a little bit more of a smoky look here. So literally I'm blending those browns, that burnt orange, and then I'm going to add the black. I kind of just wanted to give it a little bit more in-depth smoke at the bottom. So I brought it down a little bit more too. Um, so right now I'm just going ahead and smoking it out with the that burnt orangey color there. So next I'm going ahead and doing my brows. So I went ahead and used like a dark brown eyeshadow out of the James Charles palette. In just a minute I'm going to show you what color I used. So pretty much I just gave my my eyebrows a little bit more definition and shape and a little bit more color. I didn't do them as neat as I usually would. I just wanted them a little bit messy, but also, cute as well. So once I finished doing my brows, you're going to see that I went in and kind of just cleaned them up a little bit with my concealer using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, the same concealer, in the color Fawn. So next, I'm going into my RK by Kiss 3D Contour Artist Cream Palette, and I found this at my local beauty supply store, and I'm sure you can find one at yours. So I'm taking the light brown in that contour palette, and I'm going in to create my skeleton jaw. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm going across and I'm kind of shaping it off by bringing it into a downward position going towards my mouth. So I'm going to do that on both sides. Then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to follow the same line that I did the first time with the light brown, and I'm going to use the darker brown shade just to give it some more definition. And then once I finish going in, I'm going to take my fluffy brush and I'm going in to kind of blend it out and buff it out a little bit, kind of give it some more depth. And then once I finish blending it all out, I'm going to go back in and do it one more time. So I'm just finishing up giving my skeleton jawline some more depth. So now I'm going in to define my forehead and kind of contouring it a little bit, but just giving it some more depth too because our skeletons are a little bit more in depth on the forehead. So now I'm going in and doing my skeleton nose. So I'm kind of creating like a teardrop on both sides of my nose. So I'm kind of creating two lines. So I'm kind of going to let you guys watch this part. It's a little bit explanatory if you watch it. So I'm going in and kind of contouring my nose a little bit and giving my nose a little bit more depth. Also, I'm going into the Tarte palette and I'm going in to kind of mark up my crinkle lines, like when I make a mad face and my lines and my face start to like crinkle up. So right there is gonna kind of help give you that mean and grudgy monster skeleton effect there. So now I'm going in to create the teeth in the mouth. I love this part. So pretty much I went back in with my 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in the color 0 that I used to smoke out my eyelid. So I'm going in to create the mouth with this. So pretty much I drew the lines on the outer side of my mouth, and then I'm going to go in the middle of my mouth to kind of like add like a lipsticky type of look. So I'm kind of gonna like draw some black in the middle there and kind of rub my lips together to kind of mush it together and make it all nice and neat. Then after I do this part, I'm going to go ahead and create the teeth. So I'm using my Sephora, I think this is the felt tip eyeliner. So I'm going in to like create the teeth. So I'm putting one line on top, then the other line on the bottom, just to be a little bit more simple and easy. I'm not one of those that can draw teeth. So I just went ahead and just put one line on the on the top, one line on the bottom. It might kind of look like stitches, but to me, it looks like skeleton like mouth. So I'm just doing that. Next, I'm gonna go in my, oh my god, I got everywhere, guys. But I went in my Kat Von D translucent powder, just to give my skeleton look a little bit more ashy, brighter look. So, and so I went ahead and used this. I didn't like use a little bit. I used a lot, and I kind of like blended it on like I'm using like blush or something. So I'm pretty much putting that where we would highlight under the eyes, and then I'm gonna kind of put it in the jaw cheek area of the skeleton look there, just to in the chin too, just to make sure that each part has like a ashy look there. And I think I put a little bit on my forehead too. So next, I decided to just grab my Stila glitter eyeshadow in the color Kitten Karma. I pretty much was like, you know what, let's just pop it on and let's see what it do. Because I'm like, I love the look, but I feel like it needed a little bit more glam to it. So I went ahead and just popped that on top. Next, I'm going back in a brown eyeshadow. I think it's the brown one in the Tarte palette. And I went back in to define the skeleton cheek jaw area, just to make sure that it's nice and defined there. Well, you guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to comment down below, and also hit the notification bar to get the next video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.